1 Timothy 6 verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Shalom, and nice to meet you again. Today's devotion is titled Not Attached to Matter. Our reading literature for today is taken from 1 Timothy 6 verse 2 until 10. The letters of 1 and 2 Timothy were written by the Apostle of Paul to his spiritual son Timothy, and this passage from 1 Timothy 6 until 2:10 is Indonesian New Translation version titled About the Disease of Words and About the Love of Money. Through these letters, Paul warned Timothy about false teachers and their heresies. He said, they know nothing but doting about questions and strifes of words. They are envy, railings, and evil surmisings. Paul also warned Timothy about people who thought that gain is godliness. Yes, indeed, godliness with contentment is a great gain. Paul also said to Timothy that the root of all evil is the love of money. We, humans, are given life to God. We need to have the correct understanding of life that God has given, because every human being in this world does not bring anything when they were born, and also they won't bring anything when they leave this world. In this letter to Timothy, Paul reminds us of living with contentment. Contentment is a part of the true meaning of worship. Like as Paul said in verse 6 and verse 8, godliness with contentment is a great gain, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. A person who is able to live life with a sense of self-sufficiency undoubtedly will not let his heart cling to material things that is transient or mortal. He realized that one day his material things will not be carried away at death. This devotion doesn't mean that being rich materially is sinful, but we are asked to focus on more essential things and more long-lasting impact things. This is just the same like Paul saying in verse 6, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and the snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. He also emphasized in verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet evil, after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. God prefers our hearts to cling to Him, because He created us, and one day we will return to Him. It's just so useless in us for obsessing over or attaching our hearts to worldly or material things, because even though we need material things to live in this world, we won't bring them to face Him someday. So, from this very short devotion, I want you to take a look at yourself and go ask yourself, what exactly the purpose of my life? Is it to glorify God, or to obtain money as much as possible to satisfy our lust only? Ponder this question into your heart and make your life more purposeful. That's all the devotion for today. See you next time and have a nice day.